Hi, John Green here. Today we're going to talk about service-oriented architecture. When we think about service-oriented architecture or SOA, there's two types of transactions that can occur within this environment. The first is synchronous and the second is asynchronous. For synchronous transactions, we think about web services, and that's where two or more computers trade information in real time across the network. For asynchronous, we think about the opportunity for an infrastructure similar to WebSphere message queuing or other message platform that can send payloads of information across the network, but through a message queuing system. SOA is a way for different computers from different vendors with different programs from different functional areas of the business to intelligently talk and exchange data with each other. Service-oriented architecture reduces or eliminates frustration with IT, quantifiably measures IT's business value, and creates an agile business environment for competitive advantage. As you can see from the diagram on the top of the slide, the enterprise service bus, which is the central component of service-oriented architecture, combines all of the necessary communication programs so that the applications can operate the best that they can provide without having to worry about how to connect with the other applications in the service-oriented architecture environment. The diagram on the bottom of the slide, on the left, represents the old way of doing things where you would have to build this communication logic into each application to talk to any other application, which becomes a maintenance nightmare. But if you look on the right-hand side, you see that the enterprise service bus relieves the applications from the responsibility of communicating that information and provides a seamless way for each application to talk to any other application. In fact, you can add new applications as time goes by, and you do not have to modify the old applications. You only have to plug the new applications into the enterprise service bus. So based on customer requirements, we have a combination of patterns that we can use to reduce the cost of implementing new solutions through technology. We have business patterns, integration patterns, and composite of those two, plus application patterns and runtime patterns. By following patterns, we don't reinvent the wheel every time. We simply reuse some of the existing web services that we've created and recombine them in new ways. This slide helps us understand that there's two layers to how Enterprise Service Bus likes to interact with the enterprise. The first is a presentation layer, and that's usually implemented on an application server like a WebSphere application server or Glassfish or Tomcat. Then there is a communication between the presentation layer and the web application, which forms the basis of the services that interact with the rest of the enterprise, which can be either synchronous or asynchronous. With synchronous, we're talking about web services. Asynchronous is message queuing. So on this picture, you see that there are two different types of firewalls. There's the protocol firewall and the domain firewall. And we'll get into a very specific protocol firewall in just a bit with the XI50 and XI52 from IBM. But you want to keep a demilitarized zone where your presentation layer is kept in the DMZ and all of your sensitive business information services are kept on the right-hand side on the internal network. So here we see that there are three different types of networks. There's a federated extranet, there is the internet, and the intranet. Intranet has all of your business services that you want protected. The internet is kind of in the wild, and the federated extranet are those people that you trust to do business with, that you're trading information through the internet with, but they are trusted business partners. One of the specialized routers and firewalls that we like to use as a companion to our enterprise service bus is the DataPower XI50. What this device does is it operates like a firewall, but it has much more in-depth features that can filter out some of the packets that don't make sense or don't align with a particular standard. The enterprise service bus is the heart of a service-oriented architecture. It provides the glue or the mechanism by which all the applications trade information. It relieves the individual application of having to know the communication protocol of any other application in the enterprise. This greatly reduces cost and increases versatility of all of the services and applications that you have in your enterprise. So how can we help you? We can offer very specialized training that will bring your developers up to speed very quickly on enterprise service bus and service-oriented architecture. Our training classes can be at your site or ours, and we help your developers understand how to quickly come up to speed, understanding the concepts that are different from just simple programming concepts. Developers are good at writing Java code, but how do you combine those applications together in an intelligent, smart way to form the basis of your service-oriented architecture? That's an area where many developers are not as smart as they need to be in order for the business to take advantage of what SOA can bring to the business. Thanks for watching. Contact Derek or John. We'd be happy to help you.